I put charisma in my lingo when she fell for me. I gave her realness and that's all she gon' get from me. Bonafide superstar.
Hey y'all, so it's your girl, me. I'm wearing shorts, not too much, but it's your girl, me and Destiny, and we're back with another freaking video. Now, I know it's been a couple of days since I uploaded, not too much on me, but I know the consistency has a bit consistent, but let me tell y'all what happened. So basically, about like 2 days ago, I was recording a video to upload. It was the same concept as this one, but I kept running out of storage, and the questions I was asking, it was kind of like the same question just asked in different ways, and it just wasn't sitting right. And I didn't want to give y'all half-assed ass videos. Shouldn't be cussing up here, but I don't want to give y'all the half booty type of video. So I decided, let me just delete this, let me rework my brain and come back and give y'all something better. So that's what we're doing. It is 1:14 a.m. Wednesday, January 18th. If you don't believe me, I will show you right now. Let me just click out of this real quick. But you see the time. Oh, y'all see this? So yeah, so I decided this video is definitely going to be a very vulnerable video for me, for you, for your mama, for your papa. And I feel like when's not the better time to be vulnerable than at 1:14 a.m. And I feel like this is the perfect time to be vulnerable, honestly, because it's like during these times, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and it's like that's the times where everybody that just in their head overthinking, just wondering why he not texting me back, why is she fucking my mans, why is he doing me like this, why is this, why I'm not making enough money, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I can relate because I done been there. And it's like, I feel like I want to bring this type of vulnerability to my channel, and just to show like it's okay to be in touch with your feelings, to be in touch with your emotions, to feel that, be sad, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not saying like just be sad. I'm saying like it's okay to be sad. You just got to teach yourself to swim again, but you have to feel your emotions to get over your emotions. You feel what I'm saying? Like emotions are temporary. Sadness is temporary. Anger is temporary. Happy is temporary. You're like, it's just a constant fluctuation between emotions because we're human, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I just want to, you know, show and talk about that and show that I can be vulnerable. And you know what I'm saying? It's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to feel, because if you are just holding this, bottling up all your emotions and stuff like that, it ain't gonna work out. Not for me, not for you, and definitely not for your partner if you're in a relationship, and definitely not for anybody else that's just trying to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? If you bottle up all your emotions and they checking in on you, they wondering how you doing, and you're just keeping yourself bottled up and just, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna spaz out. I done did that 1,000 times. I done been there, so I could tell y'all it's not the best thing to do. So yeah, so that's the main reason why I write my poetry, if I'm being honest, because my poetry and me writing books is the best way for me to go into my own reality, into my own world of my emotions and expressing that, and just like me just making my own type of world, like with my writing, my books, my poetry. It just shows that I could go into this healthy space of emotions, like this on my own little bubble, a healthy bubble at that. Like before, I done did the smoking while I was depressed and sad. I done did that. It's not something for me, and it's not the healthiest thing for me. It's just not it. So I decided to go into something I'm honestly good at that could, you know, help me progress and help me prosper and just build that. And it's been helping for me. And whatever you're good at, with whether it's rapping, singing, writing, what else? Just any type of talent that you have, put your emotions into that and make it great. That's all I can say. Even if you have a clothing brand, you do hair, you do lashes, you do nails, put all that into that. Go be great. If you stress, you know what? If you stress, go practice some hair. Go practice some nails. Go practice, like, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, like, you know, you don't gotta go on a person, because if you're feeling this at 1 a.m., you know what I'm saying? You could go look at some lash videos, some hair videos, some clothing brand videos. Look up to see, you know, if you could get something shipped out by this time. You know, write something. You know, write out some bars. You know, write out a song real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, put all them emotions into that. You know what I'm saying? Because doing that will help you be great, and it'll make your work so much more, like, authentic and more personal, where it's like, yeah, like, this is me. You know what I'm saying? Go get them fake hands, them fake eyes, them fake the fake doll heads. Go practice, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like putting all that pain into something great is the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's beauty in pain, because, you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna just jump right into the video. Gauge, baby, engage. So, yeah. So, the first question is, when did you stop being a child? I'm gonna put it here. When did you stop being a child? Yeah, baby, we getting deep already. So, when did I stop being a child? Honestly, I'm not about to sit up here and say I had the worst childhood ever. You know, everybody had their, you know, piece of, you know, having not the perfect childhood, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, my childhood was very, you know, on the this and that and this and that, you know, considering, you know, I didn't grow up with my moms and this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Not blah, blah, blah. But, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that didn't necessarily stop me from being a child, because thank God for the people that was raising me and the people I was around. It definitely played a part in me still being a child and still having some type of innocence left to me, even though it was hard growing up and seeing other people with their moms and this, that, and the third and doing this. It was hard, but I feel like, you know, I was still playing with my toys and watching my Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, etc., and that still helped me maintain some type of innocence, you know what I'm saying? But when I did stop being a child, honestly, and I don't want to sound cliche, but it had to be like when I got into like the end of middle school, beginning of high school, like around there. Like, and obviously when you're getting into high school, you're going into your teenage years, so of course you're going to automatically stop being a child. But I feel like them times was like the peak of like me like being depressed and stuff like that. So it's like that took all of my innocence really fast. So it's like that's when I really stopped being a child. And it's like I didn't know like what depression really was and why I'm in my room all day just sleeping and shit like that. Like I thought I was just, you know, just being me, like, you know, just sleeping in, you know, just sleeping in and just, you know, doing this, that, and the third. But like I feel like when I walked into like high school and stuff like that, like I seen things differently, and it's like that was the most of the time where I really compared myself to other girls around me and stuff like that, and it took part into my mental health and how I view myself, and it like made my self-esteem like that like just go down like automatically, because it's like not even just that, like I was definitely dealing with stuff from my moms and like I was saying and stuff like that, but high school was the peak of my body image and how I view my body and stuff like that. Because when you go into high school, you're going to see these juniors and these seniors and even some of your peers that just developed faster than you. And you're going to be like, dang, like, what's going on? Like, I look like the fridge. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mean to yourself, but that's how I was viewing myself. I'm not even saying that to be funny. But, like, that's how I was viewing myself. Like, I just felt like I didn't have the build. I didn't have the looks. I didn't have anything. So it made me compare myself, like, literally all of high school. And it's like I never really got to enjoy my high school for multiple reasons. Not even just because of how I view myself. I mean, obviously it had to do with boys and, you know, girls being weirdos and shit like that. But it's like, yeah, but, like, of course I'm going to view my body and be like, dang, like, my butt ain't button, and my boobs, I feel like my boobs ain't proportioned with my, you know, my butt or whatever, because, you know, I have, you know, bigger boobs or whatever, so it's like it's not really looking right. And, you know, I wasn't the slimmest person because I had like I had some weight on me. I had some weight on me, and that was because of medical reasons. You know, I had a cyst in my ovaries, and it made me stop my period and stuff like that. So it's like I gained a lot of weight because it's backing it up in me and all this stuff. And of course, I was stress eating and a lot in freshman year and stuff like that, just eating. But like when I got my surgery, that's when all the weight just started to drop off me. So that's a different story. But I was definitely on the little chubbier side. And of course, I'm going to look at myself and look at all these guys when everybody else, but like nobody's coming up to me talking about some, damn, you look good. So of course, it's going to play a part in my mental health and be like, dang, like, I'm not cute. I'm not giving. And it took a lot for me to really get my mental health and my confidence to where it's at now. And it's like, even like a few months ago from now, my confidence wasn't even that great, but it's like definitely better than what it was in high school. I'll pat myself on the back with that one. Definitely gonna celebrate the small accomplishments like that. But it's like, I feel like definitely my mental health really stopped me from being a child, because it's like I was really going through a lot mentally, where it's like I'm depressed, I don't want to talk to nobody. I like when I get into my modes like that, it's like I become really isolated from my family, my peers and stuff like that, where it's like they don't really know what to do to help me, because of course, you know, growing up in a Caribbean household, they don't know so much about mental health and stuff like that. They wasn't raised to talk about mental health and therapists and stuff like that, because they had to get it how they had to get it. They had no time to stop and worry about what's going on up here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was hard definitely trying to connect with them and stuff like that. So it's like, they don't really know how to handle it. So it's like, it's frustrating me, where it's like, I'm feeling misunderstood and stuff like that. You don't understand what I'm going through. I'm going through a lot, but you saying what I got to be depressed about and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. But it's like, you know, you have to forgive them at the end of the day in order to, you know, move on with stuff like that. So it's like, I forgive them, where it's like, because, you know, it's not really their fault. I mean, obviously, you know, they should, you know, they're in America now and stuff like that. They kind of have to get with the norms and the modern type of way of thinking and stuff like that, especially how it's Gen Z and this and that or whatever now. So it's like, they kind of have to know how to move, you know, operate like that. But they don't care about that. They don't care about Gen Z and shit like that. They don't care. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm the second generation of, you know, American or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they still don't really kind of understand stuff like that, but they're definitely more understanding than, you know, than they were with, like, you know, my parents or whatever the case may be. But it's like, they still don't really understand. So it's like, it's not something really I could really be mad at anymore. I mean, growing up, I wasn't understanding that. I'm like, yo, you don't understand me. I feel misunderstood. You're saying I'm crazy. You're saying I'm this. You're saying I'm dramatic. You're saying I'm the devil. You're saying I'm possessed. You're saying this. So of course I'm gonna be looked at so demonized and alienated, because it's like, I feel like there's really actually something wrong with me. And it's like, of course, you know, there was, you know, something wrong mentally with me at the time, where it's like I'm depressed, but it's like I felt really alienated, because it's like I just felt so misunderstood. So it's like, it took a lot from my childhood and my innocence and a lot of my teenage years, because that's what I had to deal with majority of me being a teenager. So yeah, it was hard. So that was the time where I had to stop really being a child, because it's like, it's not even like I had to grow up. It's like I just stopped. That's how I felt. Like I just stopped, like, just being me. Like I lost me. So it's like, again, I'm going into this new type of environment, like high school and college and all this stuff. Like, it's a whole type of different environment you're introducing yourself to. So it's like you're learning something new constantly, and you're seeing something new constantly. So it's just harder. And it's like, that's just something I had to deal with. And I'm not saying like, you know, I had no friends in high school, whatever. I had my friends. I was definitely kicking it up. But I still had this sense of disconnection, because when I went home, it was like, you know, I still, and even throughout the day of me laughing with my friends and stuff like that, I still had that mentality of like, you know, I'm really laughing, but is it really funny? no, let me stop. But it's just like, it was just like I'm going to school and laughing with them and stuff like that. But it's just like, just because I'm, depressed or whatever, doesn't mean I'm just standing there in the corner like, of course, I'm still laugh and stuff like that. I still find things funny. It's just, I just wasn't at the point mentally where it's just like, I'm happy with myself. I feel content with myself. I'm at peace. I'm just living. I just felt like it just was a lot for me mentally. And I just didn't know how to just decompress and just, listen, I started going to therapy from sophomore year, and I stopped going in senior year because I went to the school psychologist, and I would talk to that lady constantly. I went to her in the summertime. I went to her during school time, after school. It was a lot. And I'm really thankful for Miss Alex, my girl. Not a lot of people was able to really connect with her the same way I did, but not everybody's going to connect with their therapist the same way you do. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through a lot of therapists until you find one you really have a connection with. And I definitely am all for therapy. You know what I'm saying? My dad, was supporting me with my therapist and stuff like that, my stepmom and all the stuff. Even my grandparents, and they straight off the boat, they was even, supporting it, even though it was hard for them to really like understand, like, you know what I'm saying, but they were supportive, at the end of the day or whatever. Thank God for that. But therapy would definitely help me a lot with trying to go through the motions with it. So therapy was definitely something that helped me with my mental health as I went through it. And she introduced me to actually writing it down and journaling in it and stuff like that. So that's what got me more into the writing and stuff like that. So but yeah, next question though. The next question is what do you want people to feel around you? How I want people to feel when they're around me. I don't want them to feel like that they have to walk around on eggshells around me and stuff like that. They have to watch what they say around me. They can't do this around me. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm a sensitive person. I'm an emotional person, deep person, whatever the case may be. And I have this time of isolation and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't want them to feel like that they have to walk around on eggshells. Or if my mood just changes, like they just be like, okay, her mood just changed. Let's just walk away. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a human being, one. And two, it's like, I'm not trying to, be so like, I don't want to make that to feel like I'm just like, I don't want that to be so like intimidating about me. You know what I'm saying? Not like they're intimidated, but like, I don't want that to come off as like, I don't want to be around them and I can't still have fun with them. Like, I feel like sometimes I do get in the mode where it's just like, I think about something, it kind of triggers me where I feel like a little off. And I kind of do need like to step back, rethink and feel something. And I feel like, it's like, I just need a second sometimes. But I do need to, it also plays a part on my hand where it's like, I need to also be open to be like, you know what, y'all, I feel a type of way right now. It has nothing to do with y'all. It's just, I thought about something. It kind of, changed my energy a little bit. It has nothing to do with y'all. But, I don't really want to talk about it right now, but I do want to talk about it when I'm ready. So just know, you know what I'm saying? I need to be more open when stuff like that does happen. So that's on my part. But I don't want everybody to think like, they can't talk to me still or, they got to change the whole entire vibe. Don't ever do that. You know what I'm saying? I just still, I just want them to feel like, we could all just have fun, get lit. You know what I'm saying? Turn up. Even if I do get in a mode like that. So I still want people to feel like they could still, enjoy their time with me. You know what I'm saying? Talk about a time you were 100% happy. Okay, 100% happy. Let me think about this. Let me think. It's gonna sound weird, but there was a time where it's like I'll constantly change my phone case. Constantly. And it's like little things like that. It was just me like pouring into myself kind of. Not even just with phone cases, just you know what I'm saying? But that was a time. It was like I would constantly buy a new phone case and stuff like that. And my boyfriend just bought up a time. It was just like, I'm surprised you didn't change your phone case and something like. I remember you used to always change your phone case. And I could think that was a time where I was genuinely happy. It was before my previous relationship. It was when, me and my boyfriend were, friends at the time. Everything was going good. I was happy. I was really happy around that time. I mean, even though, you know, things were still like a little weird with me mentally, it wasn't that bad though. I was cooling. I feel like that was a time where I was 100% happy. That's when I took my first trip to Miami for my birthday. Not my first time going to Florida, but just like a birthday trip, you know what I'm saying? I was happy then. Like those are times I was genuinely happy, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like a lot's changed after that, where it's just like that happiness kind of like stripped away. But listen, man, I'm happy now. I'm going into my happiness now. I feel way better than I did from 2021 to 2022, and it's just a stepping stone. So, but that was a time where I was 100% happy. When you're sad, how do you cope? When I'm sad, it depends how sad I am. I don't like crying. I hate 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 crying. But that was because growing up, it was like such a, I was looked at so like weak for crying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to have tough skin. You can't be crying. You look weak. Don't cry. You're not weak for crying. Men, girls, whoever, y'all not weak for crying. Y'all not weak at all for crying. I'm telling you. You crying makes you the strongest person ever, because when you're crying because you're sad or you're angry or you're frustrated, that's the one time in your life where you're going to feel the most human, because that's the one time where it's just like you're going to feel the most human based off of a negative or a positive reaction, because you could happy cry, you could sad cry, but it's just like your body reacting to such high intensity where you're crying. And it's like, even if you're happy, you're sad, you're mad, you're frustrated, that's when you're going to really feel the most human, because it's like, I'm really like hyperventilating, crying. And I don't like crying, but it makes you feel human. It makes you let everything out. Even if you can't put it into words, you can't talk, you can't write, you can't sing, you can't dance. You don't even want to go practice on your little brand or whatever. Like, you just sit there and just sulk and just cry. Happy, sad, mad, or whatever. You just sit there and cry. I swear to God, that's when you're going to feel the most human, son. I mean, any emotion is really, you're feeling human. But me personally, it's like when you're like literally sitting there crying, especially if you're bawling your eyes out, it's like you had it's no helping it. Like, you couldn't do anything but to prevent you from crying. You just had to cry. And I feel like that's when you're just being the most human, because you can't prevent that from literally just wanting to just cry. You just happen to just do that. So yeah, and it's like, I feel like that's how I cope majority of the time, because I'm very sensitive at that. Like, I'm very, very, very sensitive. So it's like, I'm crying. So yeah, that's how I cope sometimes. But like I said, I write and stuff like that. I be talking my boyfriend's ear off. So that's the way that I cope. Like, when I'm sad and stuff like that, like, I just talk about it. I cry. I write it down. Before, like I said, I used to smoke it out, but I don't do that no more. It doesn't help me mentally. It puts me in a really bad space if I smoke and I'm like really sad or mad about something. It puts me in a bad space. So yeah. Oh, talk about your favorite quote. Why do you love it the most? So I was looking into like my photo library about looking for my favorite quote or whatever. I'm like, yo, my favorite quote is tatted on me. Yatted. I'm so yatted. But this is my quote, and I'm gonna read it to you. But I have like a little butterfly with the mental health symbol right here. So, be the healer of your heart, holder of your peace. That's my favorite quote ever. Be the healer of your heart, holder of your peace. Tell me I'm not spitting. It's not even my words, but tell me that it's not spitting. Because it's like, be the healer of your heart. Because I feel like you're the holder of your heart, your emotions, your feelings, and stuff like that. And you have the power to heal, to literally take the time out and feel everything and just heal from it. Just be like, let me heal my heart. Let me take the time out to heal my heart. You and whoever you believe in, God, Buddha, whoever you believe in, y'all got the power to really just heal your heart and just talk about it, feel it, do anything about it. You know, you're the healer of your heart. And Protect your heart at all costs, but don't protect it by sabotaging yourself and hurting other people by it. That's two main rules. Don't sabotage yourself, and don't hurt other people by being the holder and the protector of your heart, because you're like a porcupine. Literally, your heart is going to be a porcupine, because it's like, yes, porcupines, they ball up, let the little porcupine shit, do that, and they protect themselves from like every animal coming, human, another animal, whatever the case may be, and it just, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what if they're protecting somebody that just want to say what's up? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you could be a porcupine with your heart real fast if you're being the holder of your heart in the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with, let me watch my words. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? I understand, because it's a defense mechanism, being so prideful and just wanting to put this really big guard up and stuff like that. But it comes to a point where you're keeping this wall up. And it's like, yes, this wall is not letting the invaders come in, but you're not letting them blessings come in either. Be the healer, baby. Don't be the holder. Be the healer. You know what I'm saying? And the holder of your peace, yes, you could be the holder of your peace. You're the only person that can protect your peace. Your man can't protect your peace. Your mama can't protect your peace. Your best friend can't protect your peace. They are a part of you being at peace or not being at peace, but they're not the protector or the holder of your peace like you are. Like, you're the holder of it. Like, you could be like, you know what, babe? Babe, I love you, but you getting me tight right now. It's not for my peace. Let's take an hour to decompress. Let me chill out. You chill out. We'll come back. That's being a holder of your peace. You be like, Ma, you bugging out. I did not put them dishes in the sink. You did that. You just forgot. I chill out. I'm going to go to my room real quick, and I'm going to just chill out. You know what I'm saying? That's being a holder of your peace. Your best friend, I don't even know, she's just doing some stupid stuff. Y'all get into a little argument, whatever the case may be. Best friend, I love you, gang. You gang for life. But we bumping heads right now, and I don't like that. But I don't want to say nothing wrong to you. I don't want to talk out my mouth to you, because, I got too much respect for our relationship and you. So I'm going to just go over here. I'm going to text you back in an hour so we could talk about it the way we should talk about it, the way that we're respecting each other to talk about it. But I'm not going to curse you out and call you this, that, and the third because I'm mad right now. But you are not helping my peace right now. So I'm going to go over here. You go over there. We're gonna think about how we feel. We're going to process it properly, the right way. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. But we ain't about to sit up here and disrespect each other, because that's not peaceful at all. You know what I'm saying? That's how you be the holder of your peace. And that's how you are the healer of your heart. What was your relationship status 6 months ago? How do you feel about it? What was 6 months ago? January. Oh, shoot. I was with my man. I was with my man. It was good. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning of our relationship, like 6 months ago or whatever, it was a little rocky. I won't lie, it was rocky. I was definitely learning how to communicate my feelings properly, because I was definitely like me, when I argue, I have a flight or flight type of reaction, especially in the beginning. So it's like, when me and my man would be arguing or whatever, it's like, nah, you could just break up with me if you want to, because that's how it was in my past relationships. You know what I'm saying? It was, we arguing, it's negative. We breaking up. We not talking. You ghosting me. You doing this. You gonna fuck another bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. So I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to project it onto my other relationships, because he didn't do nothing to deserve that. And you know what I'm saying? That's not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair at all. It's just how it was, because it's what I'm used to. And thank God I got somebody that understands that, and that's like, you know what, this bitch bugging, bro. I'm out of here. That's how it was, and I can't do that. But now it's like, I'm taking, accountability for my wrongs, understanding that that's not how you're supposed to be in a relationship. That's not what you're supposed to do. Every argument doesn't mean an ending. But that's really how, not even just in last relationships, like, I always looked at arguing as such an aggressive, negative way and stuff like that. And I'm not saying argue 24/7. But sometimes you and your man or you and your girl or whoever is going to get into a little argument real quick. It's not going to be the worst thing. It might be the worst thing, but no, it might not be the worst thing sometimes. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying just because, you know, I'm not, now, don't get my words twisted now. Don't stay with that toxic man because he calling you out your name in every single argument. Leave. But me and her will argue about like little, like, you know what I'm saying, about something from whatever, and I'll be like, you know what, we arguing, I'll be like, dang, can't do that, you know what I'm saying? And you constantly doing that, that's how you lose these people, you know what I'm saying? That's how you lose your blessings. So that's something I had to like really mature into growing, because I mean, I'm a mature person, open-minded, you know what I'm saying, but sometimes I could be a little immature because I'm letting my past haunt me, you know what I'm saying? How did I feel about it? I felt bad. I felt like a bad girlfriend and stuff like that for doing stuff like that. That doesn't mean I'm a bad girlfriend. It just means I'm a hurt girlfriend. I'm a broken girlfriend. I'm not necessarily broken, but it's like I'm an unhealed girlfriend. I'm an unhealed girlfriend, and I need to heal in order to be a better partner to my man. And don't make it sound like he was the angel though. He had to do his own healing, but yeah. Describe the feeling of love. That's the feeling of love. Okay. Me, the feeling of love is literally passion. I'm gonna put a little Summer Walker line up here because that's literally how I view love. But like, love is literally passion. Like, okay, we're gonna talk about like different types of love right here. Okay, passion, fire, not necessarily too consuming. Like, it's like you're like literally just consuming me. Like the love is like literally so consuming, because sometimes that could turn into a codependent type of love. And I feel like in love you still need to maintain your own like identity, because if you don't, y'all gonna turn into one person, and that's exactly how y'all gonna separate, because one person is okay with y'all being like that and the other person want to be free and let them, you know what I'm saying? So not necessarily so consuming, but consuming enough where it's like we really are in love with each other, but it's like not crazy in love, not insanely in love. We're like sanely, peacefully in love with each other. And it's like I could still sit here and do what I want, go out with my friends, drink with my friends, twerk with my friends, and you still feel secure over there. You could still go hang with the bros, do what you want with the bros, go on the phone with the bros, and I could still feel secure over here. That's love. Not necessarily, oh, I don't want you hanging out with them. That niggas don't want nothing for you to da-da-da. I don't want you hanging out with them girls, them ratchet girls. No. That's not love, baby. That's not love. That's insecurity. And love is not obsession. I don't want somebody that's obsessed, like obsessed, crazy obsessed. Like, I want them to be, like, obviously I'm the most beautiful girl in the whole entire world to you. That type of obsessed. Like, yo, like, I could post her every single day. Like, this bitch is beautiful. I'm obsessed with her. But not obsessed where it's like, you know, when it becomes unhealthy. That ain't it, baby. That ain't it. Where it's like, when we have sex, intercourse, freak nasty, it's not necessarily, okay, you're just getting that off, I'm just getting mine. It's like, we're like literally sharing each other's energies right now. Like, it's like, not necessarily all the time we making love. Of course we just, you know what I'm saying? We still going in, doing our thing, you know, doing nasty, freak, ratchet, make love. You know, I call it ghetto romantic. That's what I call it. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time you want to make love and stuff like that. You want to get a little ghetto sometimes. I like a little ghetto romantic. That's what I call it. And when you're even doing that, even when you guys are he's just pulling on your hair or something, if you're into that, if he's slapping that in cheeks, it's like still just love being shared in that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Damn.